What's up, brothers and sisters of the universe? Good to see you guys again, as it always is. We're entering a season where we're going towards something that's fulfilling. I feel as though we must learn to be grateful for those people, those things, those situations, the bad habits that we have. We must be grateful for them in the sense that they too have taught us lessons that we can probably never actually buy. Like, those are the type of lessons that you can never buy, you can never learn from something else or read in a book. They're things that you have to go through, you experience, and that's why you gain wisdom. Because, without trials and tribulations, there is no resilience, there is no learning process, there is no wisdom, there is no key experiences. And if you don't have that, if you don't actually learn the lessons, let alone have the lessons to begin with, then you won't know for next time. So if you're ever going through a bad time, a rough situation, or you're like currently getting out of a bad situation, or something that just irks you or annoys you, if you're just getting out of that, that's good. Be thankful for that situation. Be thankful for that person that annoys the fuck out of you. Be thankful for, that moment in time where you felt some negative way, or, whatever it is. The situation, the person, the emotion, the feeling. Be thankful, be grateful for it. And you're gonna be like, why the fuck should I feel grateful for that? Because like I said, you have no wisdom to gain or lessons to learn if there's no hard times. And that's why they say, hard times create strong men create good times, and good times create weak men. I believe that everybody gains resilience and wisdom and intelligence through hard times. This is the season that, we're entering into a new phase, a whole new dimension, a whole new realm. And if you guys aren't ready for it, this shit could catch you by surprise, because you don't want to be dragging in old stuff from 2024 into your 2025. You don't want to be carrying these old habits, old ways of thinking into 2025, into the new year. Because it's a new phase, it's a new time. You just can't be carrying your past baggage into the new year, because you'll get the same type of shit in the next year, bro. I'm telling you, that's not what you want. You want to thrive here. You want to be happy. And you could say I'm speaking for you, but at the end of the day, everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to feel good. Everyone wants to feel loved and cherished. Everyone wants to feel a sense of abundance, right? So, be willing to let go of what no longer serves you. Because the longer you hold on, the longer you will end up having more of the same shit that you had in the past, bro. And I'll tell you right now, unfortunately, before 2024 had ended, I had to cut off a friend that, I felt was really close, man. And at one point in time, I felt like, hey, this person is also on the self-improvement journey, they believe in a higher power and all of that. But I was seeing, these, red flag signals of this person, And I already made my boundaries clear, right? I made my boundaries clear of one point, and I already explained it to them a few times, actually. I don't want to get into it completely, because I believe it's private, or not drop any names, but I felt as though my boundaries were crossed more than once, you know what I mean? And it wasn't fair to me. So I let it slide the first time. And then a second time, I let it slide. And that's kind of where I fucked up, because, I let it slide. But the third time, dude, I didn't let it slide. And I cut him off. And it sucks, because you had such a good time hanging out with that person. It was fun. So many laughs. So many memories, bro. But to me, I don't think that homies would, cross the line. A real homie wouldn't do that, bro. A real homie would take consideration of who you are as a person. And that also goes with anyone that's in a a romantic situation, like anyone that's dating anybody, anyone that's dating someone or like married to somebody, you know, your partner should also reciprocate, you know, the energy that you give. There should be an equal reciprocation, and it shouldn't be like an entirely opposite balance of power or whatever it is. I don't think that that's fair. I don't think that that should be the case. And even with friendships or your family, you know, like if you have a good relationship with your friend or your family, then like the energy should be equally exchanged. And, you know, no one should be like stepping over someone's boundaries if they know about them, you know? Also, another thing, bro, make your boundaries fucking clear, dude. Make your boundaries clear to people in the next year, because trust me, like, you'll get the same thing over and over again. It sounds very fun and mystical in a sense when we're talking about how we're entering a new phase and we're getting into like something different, because you're excited for the future. And also, if you have that type of mindset, you could think of it as like a majestic way of looking at it, and we're going into a new vortex in a sense. And in a way, yeah, we are going in a new timeline, right? We're heading to something new, unexplored territory, uncharted lands, right? But, and here's a big but, the way that we view the landscape, the way that we perceive things, it's all very much within our mind, you know? Like, one person could think that the desert is beautiful, another person could think that the desert looks like shit, and that's fine. Now, what I'm trying to say is that, like, you could feel down about going into the next year because of your current mindset. Other people could be super excited just because of how they think and what they perceive. And that's why I'm saying that if you clear out the space within your mind and you actually make it a lovely place to be, like you enjoy being within your own mind and your body, then the rest of the year or the whole year, then living your life regardless of what year, will be fire, you know? It's not always going to be great. Things are not always going to be beautiful, but that's okay, because that's how life was intended it to be. And I think that's actually more beautiful if everything was always great, everything was always fire. You wouldn't be able to enjoy the highest of the highs and those super blissful moments if everything was always fire. You'd never understand what peaking would be like. You'd never understand what a low would be like. And you never understand what just being content would be like, because you're always riding a high. And in that case, you might as well just do drugs, but like, even that has its lows. God's smart, bro. God's smart the way that he did that. Because he already knew that we have to be able to experience all facets and all like ways of life. You can't just like stay happy or sad or like whatever it is forever, because it doesn't make sense. Things are always fluctuating and changing. If you do your best to be grateful for every day, even for the little things in life, if you do your best to try to look at the upside of a negative situation, right? It's not like you're going to deny the negative situation or the negative person, but you can always ask things like, hey, what is this person or situation trying to teach me right now? Things like that. And you'll slowly see that you'll dislike being in a negative state of mind. You'll become aware of it. You start to grow awareness of your thoughts. Always try to be grateful, regardless of the situation, regardless of the person or what's happening to you, you know? The biggest question you should always ask is, why is this happening for me? Or how is this happening for me, instead of why is this happening to me? You know what I'm saying? So at some point in time, you're like, your brain starts shifting into a more and more positive mindset. So with that being said, much love. Peace out.